this may be the best budget guitar that you've never heard of. Now, I know I said that in my last video where I was talking about the Eart CP1, but having the SSH is wonderful, and having a 5-way blade selector is awesome, and it's all very classic, and if that's what you're looking for, this is a wonderful, wonderful option at a wonderful price of $385. And if you want to see that video, I'll put it right up here and come back to this one afterwards. Because after I saw that guitar, this caught my eye. And what is this? Let's talk about what's the same as the other one, and then let's talk about what really makes this stand out as possibly what spoke to me the best, at least, you know? And I'll talk about what, in my opinion, may be objectively better. I can't forget, I gotta get the whammy bar out. Even the whammy bar is a more modern looking whammy bar, right? The other guitar is a little bit more classic. This one's a little bit more modern. Does this one click in? Nope, just chills. Okay, got it. Let me play it for you a little bit first. Now, to start, it's worth mentioning that one of the main differences is that the EYP, which stands for Eart Younger Power, which definitely explains who this is kind of targeting. Because if you haven't noticed, this looks very similar to a guitar that I love very much. And it seems to be speaking to that whole genre and generation of guitar player. More of a generation that wants tone and precision and technique over anything flashy. The part of my generation and the generation below me that really want something simple and easy to play. The generation that wants simplicity and playability over flashiness. That just wants a well-built machine made for making the best music. And there's a big part of me in that, and that's why I enjoy this. But I also like flashy because I go between the two extremes. I like the extreme sonic blue, but I also really love this satin finish, for example, right? I prefer satin finishes. Recently, I'm not playing a lot of satin finishes, and it kind of bums me out. I always preferred satin finishes because if I'm sweating a little bit on stage, my arm can still move freely, which I really like. Now, this satin finish happens to be on a book-matched mahogany body, but just like the other one, this is not just a mahogany body, this is a roasted mahogany body, which makes it sturdy, and they say it increases mids, but also it just makes it a little bit lighter, which is really good for mahogany. Again, we have Eart's custom synchronized 2-point tremolo system, something I love, 1 volume, 1 tone. Again, simple, 3-way blade switch as opposed to the 5-way on the other one. And this one does have all your coil splitting options in a mini toggle right here. So I guess you have, where the other one has a 5-way blade switch, in this case you have technically 6 options, which is pretty cool. So let's see. The switch up is your humbuckers. And now the switch down will be a more single coil sound. And I'm pleasantly surprised that there's not a lot of volume drop off. As I said in the last video, if you don't love the thumb wheel design, then you've never needed to use it. And this one, the fact that these have that is awesome. And now, where we get into the real meat and potatoes of the difference here, and I also have to mention that this is not an SSH model, a single humbucker. This is 2 humbuckers, so you just get all of that. So where the SSH is really great and really versatile, 2 humbuckers with a coil split, to me, is just one of the best options you could possibly ever have. Now, this guitar and the other Eart behind me both have compound U to C shaped neck profiles, as well as compound radius fretboards. On top of this fretboard, in this case, is 24 jumbo stainless steel frets. The other guitar has 22 jumbo stainless steel frets, with a roasted maple fingerboard and a roasted maple neck. And the website says that these have bone nuts, which again is ridiculous. A price of, drumroll please, currently on sale for $419. I know what you're thinking, Jimmy, the other guitar was $385, and you said that that was the best guitar for its price, and now you're saying this one is, but it's more expensive. Yes, but for what you're getting on this, I think they are both, for that extra price, they are pretty much head to head for that price. If you want that style, then that's a perfect price for that style. If you want this style, this is the perfect price for this style. Between the extra tones and the humbucker and the 24 frets, oh, it's wonderful. I'm very impressed with these. If you have seen the other video, then you know what I'm about to say, but that is that the one thing that I am less impressed with is the headstock. The tuners are Eart branded tuners, and they work phenomenally well. I personally just really like this style of guitar to have locking tuners. And so that's going to be an upgrade that I make to this guitar pretty much immediately. And with that, you'll also see that these string trees are these just little bent pieces of metal. And for the best tuning stability, you want to eliminate as many friction points as possible. So if I can get, ready for this, if I get a set of locking tuners with adjustable height posts and better string trees, I may be able to even eliminate one of those string trees, kind of like on my Ibanez AZ, and only have one of them, and achieve that break angle necessary with the adjustable height post tuners, that this guitar would easily go from being a guitar that's worth at least 3 times its price to potentially a guitar worth 4, 5, 6 times its price with just a pretty simple change. For a price like this could easily be your first guitar, and with the amount of upgrades you can do to it, easily take you through your entire guitar playing career. Now that being said, this guitar does completely speak to me differently than the CP1 does. And if you haven't checked it out already, you can watch my video about the CP1 right over here.